Hello everyone, back with another Torchlight Infinite video. Today I have a little bit of a different thing that I want to do, and it's just to show different tips and tricks that I think new players and maybe some advanced player might also find useful. So without further ado, let's get into them. First of all, how to use build codes. You click here on the Torchlight icon, you click on Pro Builds, then you click on either quick builds or quick loot, depending on what code you're looking for. And then you can enter the build code here. I'm gonna copy one of these so you can see how it's displayed. And here you can see if there is a YouTube link to the build, what's the setup. You can see everything here, and then you can click on apply all, and you can click on this star icon. The star icon will make it a collected build, and it will show here. And if you apply, then you will get these little icons on the passive skills and on the actually don't have any applied at the moment. So if you open the passives, you will see what you're supposed to be grabbing according to that build you selected. And you can do the same thing for the Atlas builds. So if you click here, you will see what they chose, and then you can apply it. And that way you have like a guide whenever you're selecting your talents in the not the Atlas, in the Nether realm. You'll see here, and it highlights the ones that you want to select. Okay, the other one is you can see that this works for any channeling skill, whether it has to move or not while channeling. Savage Charge has the ability to move while channeling. As you can see, I can use it without, it's just a toggle, right? You can turn that on by going to settings, you go to battle, and then you will have this option here that says auto channel, and it's only available for channeling skills. These two options are for only mobile and controller, but that basically allows you to just press that button and forget about it and just move around. Pretty cool. Now regarding clarity, you can go to graphics, and then you can turn down the brightness and the transparency of the skill effects if you think your abilities are too spammy. As you can see, the difference, it's barely visible now. I personally don't like to have them completely invisible, but if you have an ability that creates a lot of screen clutter, you can turn that off a little bit and make it easier on your eyes. So this is the end game town, the Ember Rest, and there are a lot of vendors here. So the cube is related to the wedges now, most of all, and you get these from playing the cube. But you can also use these currency items to buy divinity slates here as before. It's just much more expensive now, so you have to destroy a lot of divinity slates to be able to buy from the cube vendor. But you can convert your transcendence wedges into higher rarity here. Well, then here's where you corrode items with the dark surge mechanic, and here's also where you access the path of the brave. This is the endgame arena system. This is the stash. Then this is where you change your memory fragments, which I recently did. So the memory fragments are these items that are here, and when you have a collection of those cards, it will grant you a certain item. And here you can also access the Trial of Divinity, which grants a few drops. And this is also like an endless endgame system, which scales infinitely with the character. This is the new league mechanic. You can also use the trader here. You can use the trader here to buy quartz with these crystals that you disenchant from items, and you can also buy beacons here up to tier 7, well tier 5 and up to T7. you can use the hero ranking to look for builds, and this is mainly sorted by total experience that the character has. But it's an interesting way of seeing what people are playing. So if you click here on Moto, it will tell you here what are the skills that they are using. And if you click on, for instance, Spider Tank, you will see like the passive trees that they are selecting for the most part, the hero traits, relics. And if you click here, you get like a full view of the character, and you can use that for your inspiration, or you can just outright copy it, setup. Now they added this new season, which is the new inventory style, which is only available for PC. But in order to get that, you come here to screen settings, and here in inventory style, you can select between style 1 and style 2. And you can also select now whether you want the inventory to pause the game when you have it open. I opted not to have that, so that this looks like that now. It's a little bit cleaner, more in line with other similar to like Diablo inventory system. And you can have the character display here and still be able to like see stuff around and select things around the world. Now let's go over the daily rewards, because these were very hard to miss, but I think they've removed a few of the icons, so there are a bunch of daily rewards. The first one you can select here on Boon, which is by default the F3 key. You click here, and then you go all the way down in Old Friendship. You get one of these draws every single day. Most of the time you get uh, any of these, but there is a small chance to get like up to an epic pet. Then you go to the shop, you go to pack, and there is I think it's this one, level 5 there, beginner gifts. There's one that is free, so you just click and you select it, and you get like 5 primos each day. The other one is here in the Hunters Association, and this is just for you get one of these every day. Not much, but you know, it just scales with the number of days that you log in. And you click here on the megaphone icon, which you are only you can only see in this town, or in town in general. And you go all the way down. Here's the like daily login bonus up to this one. And since we're already on this screen, here's where you can see the seasonal events, like boss killing events. So this one, by every hero, depending on the time it took you to defeat a boss or a center or a certain piece of content, you will get rewards. In this case, this was for Traveler 8, and you can see that there is one for every single class. So like if you're very fast, or you play like a class that is not that meta, you have an ability to get into this rankings. But overall, like the first 10 will get 800 jagged primos, first 20 will get 600, and so on and so forth. I recommend that you always try to get the boss as soon as possible, and you know, if you can get on the top 50 or the top 20, I think top 50 is very easy, unless you're playing one of the more meta classes. Like you see Rayhan has 50, but I think none of the other ones. Let me see the new Carino. Carino probably has 52. But you know, for instance, Moto, there is still a lot of spots to get in the top 50. So make use of that. It's you know, Jagged Primos, easy to get the new pets and stuff. And there's always a seasonal event that they add on this screen. So they divide this in parts, like it's like a monthly thing that they do. And most of these will grant you stuff like pack spirit crystals. These are, you know, the smaller ones which are cheaper. An icon, a pet. In this case, this is the FE pet, FE purple pet. So you know, get that. hero emblems, which you can use after you have 100 to buy one of the heroes. And this is usually used for something later in the event, so you always want to buy that. And from them, I wouldn't recommend to buy either of these. Just get tax vouchers if you're playing on trade. If you're playing in SSF, then you do whatever you want. But this will be unlocked at a later stage, and there's always like cosmetics and stuff here. It's very nice. And you get these basically by, there's an item that will drop while you're mapping, which is this thing, the reverse pocket watch. You will see it by default on the loot filter is like a pink, and you should automatically pick it up. And that's what you use to buy stuff in those events. And then they added this one, which is like a killing event, and you get one of the new pets. This is the pet, the pet for the new mechanic, and you get a few vouchers for the past memories. So the past memories are these events here, which are the cosmetics that were sold earlier. Some of the pets they added recently. They have been added a few of the seasonal pets here as well. And what you do, you still need to buy these with primos for the seasonal pets. You can use jacket, but for instance, if you want to get this boon here, you can apply the coupons, and it's much easier to get these. So it's just very cool. And they don't seem to expire. These coupons that I have are from the previous season, and I haven't spent them because I haven't really bought any of this. But if you do, this is a very good way to get some of the previous attires that they sold here. They also added the new system this season, which is the Legendary Vision, and you can find it here. And what this do is you select items that are part of the core drop pool. So no boss items, no watchful items, no like specific mechanic items. So items that are dropped by the God of War, Goddess of Hunting, or God of Machines, they are not here. So you will not see like Ghost Slaughter or Decayed Mind. But items that are part of the drop pool, of the core drop pool, you can select up to 3. And what that does is it increases massively, like very, 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 very big, the number of them that you get on a regular playthrough. So if you really need a particular unique legendary for your build, for instance, my next build will use this item, and you can already imagine what that means. You will get a lot of these, and most of the time you will get like legendary aptitude 2, but there's a chance to get LA 3. I have gotten a few of them, not priceless, sadly, but that is a good way for you to farm the legendaries that you need. And the last tip that I have for today is, when you're doing search in the trade house, and let's say you're buying items in bulk. So for instance, one thing that most people would probably want to buy is T8 maps. So you go here to item collections, you go to beacons, and say you're buying Thunderwaste maps. You can click here on price filter, and then instead of in total price, you go to unit price filter, and you set the maximum amount that you want to pay for each instance of that item in FE in this case. So I set this to 7.6, and we'll highlight whatever is at that price or lower. So this is a good way for you to avoid overpaying for stuff, because some people might put here like a stack of like 100, but they might be selling them for like 10 FE a piece instead of like 7.6. So you can use this to take advantage of the trade house in a better fashion. All right, that's all I've got for today. Let me know if there are like any other things that you might think will be a nice addition to tips and tricks on the game. And if you enjoyed this video, leave it a like, share it, and you can go ahead as well and subscribe to the channel. Thank you, and I'll see you on the next one.